So, Facebook groups are really good places to build networks around your brand. Not only because you can set them to private and you therefore can select who gets to enter them, but also because the content is already on the social platform, so it becomes very easy and intuitive for users to take it and share it outside of the group. It also gives you an opportunity to do research. It helps you connect with your most engaged users, and etc. to help you with content production, with creating new variations of your product, to translate how you should communicate around your product and such things. But how should you set up your Facebook group in order for it to be set up so that you can actually start using it this way? We're going to go through two things. The first thing we're going to go through is the actual setup of the group and what you have to prepare. The second thing we're going to go through is growth mechanic, so to speak, a way in which you can grow your group. So let's get to that. So I've created this preparation sheet that includes the links to Facebook groups. So if you just follow this link, facebook.com/groups, you will then end up in this place where you can create a group. The first thing you should prepare is the name of the group. The name of the group should be something like the group for and then whatever the group is for on Facebook, and then you have your brand name. If this is for a specific brand, then the brand name should be in the group name of the Facebook group. So for my liking here, I chose marketing managers in Sweden, marknadschef.com. That was the name that I selected. So what you do is that you hit the create group button here, and then this comes up, and you just give the name, whatever the name is. Just take the name from here, like so. And then you invite some people if you have some people already, and then you set it to private but visible. This allows you to select the members that get to join, and it becomes visible to everyone on Facebook, so they can also apply. That means that you can get people both from your website and from Facebook to join this group. Now, I already created this, and sadly that recording went to hell. It became an error when it was going to save, so here we are with this one. That's why I'm showing you this again. So there are a few things that you should do. Once you've hit the enter button or the create button on the previous view, what happens is that this loads. This photo does not exist there, but there will be a button to add a cover photo. The cover photo, I have a specification for here. So you can just download this. This is a template that you can use, a PNG template or a Photoshop document that you can just use. And what's good with that is that it has all the right dimensions in it. So it will give you exactly the right size. This is the thumbnail view, the view that is visible when a user gets some notifications or when they get a preview of the group. And it's very important that that becomes this middle thing. And so that's the whole space there. Then the whole thing will be viewable for mobile phones, but for desktop it's just the lighter yellow thing here in the middle that will be visible. And that's what we're seeing here. If we have a look at the full image, you can see that I have the top and the bottom as well, but that will not be visible for desktop users, only for mobile users. And see, most of the templates that exist online does not give you a correctly looking kind of cover photo, but it rather gives you a pixeled one, or it looks really horrible. But I've been looking through all of the different types of templates that are out there, and this one actually works. So if you design within the limitations here, then you will be in a good place. I made it a very easy one, but if you're a designer, you can make it very, very pretty. As a result, just remember that what's shown here in the middle is what's going to end up in the equivalence of this thing down here. Next step is to create a group description, and the way you add a group description is by going to the page, and you go here and you hit edit group settings, and you enter the description here. Here you can change the group name if you want to. You can add a location if you want to. Add tags, which sort of sets it in the right sort of frame and will show up on the right searches. You can get a URL to your group, and I got a very good one, which has the name of my domain in it as well, so that makes sense. Private group, here is a setting that you need to set. You can just scroll by these ones for now. Here, membership approval should only be possible by admins and moderators. Very important, otherwise you will start getting all kinds of strange members joining this group. Now, the next thing in the template is rules for the group. And the rules for the group can be found in here. Ask questions. You can have create rules. You add rules. New rules are added one by one, and they consist of a title and a description. If you want to add the rules that are suggested by Facebook, you can go ahead and do that. You can copy the rules that I've suggested here. If you don't want to use English, then you can use Google Translate, and it will translate into your local language quite nicely. But you then copy and paste each rule, the title of the rule and the description of the rule, and you confirm it. And then you just add as many rules as you want to here. Then you go on and you make your membership questions. And the membership questions are for you to ask the people who are joining your group just before they join, so that you know why they joined your group. That helps you with the selection of the members. You can add 3 questions to that. So in my case is, have you read the group rules? At what company or organization are you a marketing director, and where did you hear about this group? The one in the middle here, I think that's your selective. The first one and the third one is really good to use, and I would use them for your group as well, because they will give you the answers from serious applicants. You will get the kind of answers that will actually make sense to you to let them in. Then further down here, I am going to give you a pinned post. And a pinned post is, that's all the settings that you need to put. The pinned post then is the announcement, the first post. And I always put a post here, because this will remain on top, that has the logo or has something eye-catching. And then I put a link back to my website, and I put the link to the rules in it, and then you can decide what you want to write here. In the tactics doc that I have included in this one, I have written what you should consider when you are writing that, just to make sure that people are activating themselves. So we're going to get over to that activation and to how this is actually going to grow. But that's about it. That's all the things, all the settings that you have to do to your group before you start opening it to users. I have created this tactic, which works beautifully in order to build these groups. I don't know if you remember, but when we launched this course, I showed you something looking like this, where there was a landing page on my website that I'm going to build on Friday. And you can follow that video along then, and that would then connect to some kind of Facebook group. I have now created the schema for the viral loop that will support this, meaning that people will sign up through this mission statement, and then they will end up get a confirmation email. They will end up to get some kind of resource. They will get a confirmation email, and then on the thank you page, they will be asked to either share this with someone else, or they can choose to join the Facebook community. Once they join the Facebook community, remember, in the pinned post, there is the link there, so that anyone who joins via Facebook and reads this, they will be then redirected back to the website, where they will get access to this resource. So this creates the loop. Either people come in from the website and they join the Facebook group, or they join the Facebook group and they're directed to the website. So this is the loop that we're going to create on the landing page on Friday. Now, once that it's created, that's your capture step. The next step you need to do is the onboarding, and that's when the questions that we have asked here, that they become of essence. Because if your onboarding is not correct, then you will get poor members or bad members within your group, and that will not make them do the right things in the group, and that will nurture a bad group, and you will not be able to use it. So think about those questions very well. In the explanation doc here, I go through exactly what you should go through. The next step is the activation phase, and asking people to present themselves and asking people to comment on people who have just joined is a perfect way to activate people, because once they have done something, then they will not be as reluctant at doing something again. Then it's about engagement, and the way you drive engagement in a group is by replying to active members. People who are active in your group, if you engage with them, other people will copy their behavior because they see that they are rewarded by attention. Then once you start getting some engagement in the group, you start looking for active users who can co-manage the group. So the way you go about doing that is you find someone you think who would be a suitable co-manager of the group, and you start a conversation with them on Messenger about some kind of managerial decision, like should we ban this user, or is this post on topic, or something like that. Also written about here. Then you want to ask them to start making their own initiatives. So that's the next step, and I've written how you can do that, but essentially you bring out opinion pieces, articles and things like that, and you discuss with them, should we post this, do you want to post it, Then you ask them to start posting opinion pieces on their own, and asking the members of this community to start having opinions about it in the group. Once you see interesting discussions taking place, you do something that I call bubble break, which means that you, from this bubble, you take those people who are involved in that discussion and you interview them. And from that you create an article, and that article you then post in your blog or in a newsletter or somewhere that is publicly accessible, so it reaches more people outside of the group. This is then posted into the group, and you will see that the person who have been interviewed will then share it on their wall. You take that thing that they shared on their wall and you post it back into the article that you've posted. That will give them, because you can embed posts from Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. So you just take that and you embed it on the article so that people can see that this person has shared this post. And then they will start liking and sharing the user's post. This will send signals to the whole system that you get highly rewarded when you're a part of these interviews. And so that is something that I strongly recommend, because then more people will start applying to the group, more people will apply to your website, and that closes the system, because that's a new way of capturing people. So to go over this, you need some kind of preparation before you start creating the group. You need some kind of cover photo. Now you do have all the things you need in order to do that. The links are included in this. On Friday we will go through the viral loop, but you have everything you need in now to set up your group and to prepare that, so that you can just create the landing page once we are done. So that was today's video. I hope now networks make sense. Have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow again. Bye. Oh yeah, do the liking, and you know what to do. Talk to you later. Bye.